video is sponsored by Don't Look at the Demon, and don't forget to catch it in cinemas across the US on October 7th.
She gets into a trance, paints pictures of this man. She's never met him or seen him.
When I was a kid, I used to see them, talk to them. No one believed me except my sister Sarah.
What is that?
What?
That noise?
There is no evil. There is only ignorance.
When you don't take care of something, it dies.
Hey everyone, my name is Gwen, and we got some comments in our strongest witches in movie history video. So for today, we're gonna delve into the most powerful wizards in fantasy movie history. If you haven't watched that video already, go ahead and click here. If not, let's just jump right into the video. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below if there are any topics you want us to explore. And now, let the magic begin. Someone who absolutely loves fantasy movies. I love the ability that it has to whisk you away into a world that's unlike ours, a world you can only dream of. You know, a world full of magical train stations where you can run through walls, and Quidditch matches, and elves and goblins and witches and dragons. I feel like all of these things make for such a great and entertaining story. That's why I feel like movies such as Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, they do so well because they're so attractive to people. So much creativity is put into it. That's why we enjoy it so much. Today we're going to be comparing two ultimate wizard baddies, is what I'm calling them. So the first one we have is from Harry Potter, of course. And who is it, you may ask? He who must not be named? Voldemort. Oops, I said his name! Well, if I can't continue this video, or if this video just cuts off, then you know why. Voldemort, Voldemort. Okay, but back to the topic. Aside from Voldemort, our second competitor in the ring is Sauron from Lord of the Rings! Woo! And though technically Sauron is not really a wizard of sorts, he's a Maya. But if Gandalf the Grey is considered a wizard, we're gonna pretend for the sake of this video that Sauron is too a wizard. And so he shall be put up against Voldemort in the ultimate baddie show-off. So if you've ever wondered how Voldemort would fare against Sauron, keep watching because we're about to go head to head with both of them. Tom Marvolo Riddle, later known as Lord Voldemort, is an English half-blood wizard who is considered to be the most powerful and the most dangerous wizard in the wizarding world. He was also amongst the greatest wizards to have ever lived, often considered to be more powerful than Albus Dumbledore. Though I would like to throw Grindelwald into that mix and say he was more dangerous than both of them. Tom was tall and handsome. He had pale skin, jet black hair, and dark eyes. However, as he became more involved in the dark arts, his looks gradually left him. His features became increasingly waxy and reptilian, and his skin became bone white, and the sclera of his eyes actually took on a perpetually bloodshot look. As the Dark Lord in Lord of the Rings, Sauron's original name is Mairon, and he was one of the mightiest Maya serving under Aule, the Smith of the Valar. Tolkien never described Sauron's appearance in detail, though he painted a watercolor illustration of him. Sarah Crown from The Guardian wrote in an article about Sauron, and she says that we're never ushered into his presence. We don't hear him speak. All we see is his influence. So are you trying to tell me that we don't know what Sauron looks like and he could just be like right next to us as we go about our days? Maybe? So what are some of Voldy's magical abilities? Voldemort is debatably one of the most powerful wizards in history, arguably against Albus Dumbledore and Gellert Grindelwald. But even as a student at Hogwarts, Voldemort was extremely talented, and even Dumbledore himself said that Voldemort was the most brilliant student to have ever attended Hogwarts. Even at a young age, Voldemort proved himself to be a gifted magical prodigy. He was able to utilize and control magic without the use of a wand. He had the power to move objects with his mind. He was a Parselmouth, which means he could communicate and control snakes. Meanwhile, Sauron was among the mightiest of the Maiar. Originally of Aule's people, he acquired great scientific knowledge of the Earth's substances and how to use them. He would retain this knowledge throughout his reign as the Dark Lord of Middle-earth, using it to forge the One Ring and constructing his fortress Barad-dûr. Sauron also seemed primarily linked to the use of fire, and as Morgoth's chief lieutenant, his ability to tap into the fires was of great value. Voldemort and Sauron are impressive and both great at what they do, even though what they do may not be great for everybody else. But one fundamental thing that both of these characters have is their profound desire for power. And in turn, they use their powers to destroy, conquer, and enslave. They are both so corrupted and have like absolutely no morality left in them whatsoever. Sauron is the evil that presides over Mordor, a dark, barren wasteland riddled with fire, ash, and dust. Voldemort is the epitome of cruelty and can go to any lengths to achieve complete supremacy over the entire wizarding world. He dabbles in magic that is dark and distorted and has even ripped apart his own soul in his greed for power and immortality. At this point, I feel like they're both kind of still equal and it's still a draw to me, so let's carry on. Sauron is never actually seen in his physical form, although there is mention of his fingers. He lost a finger that ultimately led him to losing the One Ring. There are debates regarding whether or not he ever had a full-fledged physical body. Some say that being of cosmic origins, he could take forms as he wished, but he lost that ability when he lost the One Ring. With Voldemort, it's a little bit different because he lost his physical form after the killing curse that he used on baby Harry backfired, killing Tom's body and breaking his powers. So it was not until the ritual that Peter Pettigrew performed in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Voldemort finally regained a physical form and returned to full power. At this point, I feel like Voldemort is kind of in the lead just a little bit, just because Sauron kind of like lost all of his powers when he lost the ring. Sauron and Voldemort both lost their physical forms and had to spend years just biding time before they managed to hop back into a physical form or their bodies. This is probably one of the biggest similarities between the two. Voldemort committed unimaginable acts of horror to split his soul into 7 Horcruxes. Horcruxes are objects that are made to hold a portion of one's soul by means of extremely dark magic. So to kill him once and for all, Harry and his friends had to go out and destroy all of these 7 Horcruxes, ensuring no part of his soul survived. The One Ring was forged by Sauron in the fires of Mount Doom to control the other rings of power in Middle-earth. Sauron poured his extraordinary force of his own soul into the ring, thus getting bound to it forever. Once he lost the ring, he lost his physical form, he lost his powers. So at this point, I feel like Voldemort is still slightly in the lead because to kill him, you'd have to kill and destroy all 7 of these Horcruxes. He had multiple, right? But with Sauron, he only had 1. So 7 versus 1, obviously I'm gonna try to kill the 1. Voldemort had an army of Death Eaters, Giants, Dementors, and Werewolves who all fought alongside him at the Battle of Hogwarts. Meanwhile, Sauron's orc army was steadily assembled throughout millennia through the First and Second Ages. I can only imagine how crazy of a battle it would be if these two armies met. You have, Sauron, the Dark Lord of Mordor, who rules and plans to conquer all of Middle-earth, versus, Voldemort, who wishes to cleanse the wizarding world of all mudbloods. I'm pretty sure the battle would be epic and we would all love to watch it. Let me know if you would want to watch it. Sauron definitely has the advantage because he comes from a different time and possibly has, powers that Voldemort has never seen or gone up against. Overall though, I feel like it would take so much more to kill Voldemort, and so for that reason, Voldemort takes the win, in my opinion. So drop your arguments down below if you agree with me or not. For me, I am just the queen of least effort. So if something takes like 7 times more effort, I'm not doing it. You can keep your life. I ain't even going to try. So yeah, that's what I think at least. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated to all of our latest videos. This is Gwen signing out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!